Dear students, very good morning to one and all. Today we are going to cover three topics under divide and conquer approach. In the first section, we will see how recurrence relation derived from the divide and conquer approach can be solved with the different problems. And in our second lecture, we apply divide and conquer approach for designing binary search problem. And in the third section, we are going to learn how divide and conquer approach is used for the problem of finding the maximum and minimum elements in a given list of n items. So in this section, we will see how recurrence relation that we have derived from divide and conquer approach can be solved. We know that the main idea behind the divide and conquer technique is to divide the larger problem under consideration into sub problems of equal size of each, right? We have already learned how recurrence relation is derived from the divide and conquer approach. The general recurrence relation of divide and conquer approach is as shown in the slide. That is T of n equal to G of n if n is very small, and otherwise T of n is equal to time complexity. T of n indicates the computing time of the algorithm equal to computing time record for the subproblem n1, computing time record for the subproblem n2, plus computing time record for the subproblem n3 up to time complexity or time computing time record for the subproblem k plus f of n. What is f of n here? So the f of n indicates the time required to divide the problem into k subproblems plus the time required to merge the solutions of smaller subproblems to obtain the solution for the original problem. So the f of n is a time function, time indicating that is in the form of a function. That is, if we have the problem of size n and we are dividing this problem of size n into 4 subproblems, and then each of the subproblem we will solve it, and each subproblem will give a solution, and finally we need to combine all the solutions, and time required to divide the problem into 4 subproblems, and also time required to merge the solution to obtain the original solution, that is indicated by the f of n here. That is indicated by f of n. And if n is very small, the value is equal to g of n. If n is equal to small, then the value is that is indicated by the g of n. Now, the recurrence relation can be formed as shown in the next slide. So we can see that here T of n is equal to a of a into T of n by b plus f of n if n is greater than 1. If n that indicates n is larger, then we need to divide the problem into b subproblem, and out of b subproblem we need to solve that is equal to a of them, and f of n is the same, the time required to divide the problem into b subproblems and the time required to merge the solution to obtain the solution of all the subproblem to obtain the solution for the original problem. and if n is equal to 1, then it is a constant time complexity, that is value if you go to n. It is, we can say it is a constant, that is equal to g of n. So to make it more clarity, to make it more clarity, let us consider a problem with size n, and if we divide the problem into 4 subproblems, and out of 4 subproblem we need to solve only two of them. So here the value of b is then 4 and a is equal to 2. In the next slide we will see what are the two methods or approaches that we can solve the recurrence relation. That is our main topic today's section. There are two different ways you can solve the recurrence relation, that is derived from the divide and conquer approach or divide and conquer algorithm. The first method is called the substitution method. This is very familiar method. So in the substitution method, we make the repeated substitution in the right hand side of the recurrence relation. Okay, so this process will continue until no more substitution is possible. We have already studied this substitution method by learning analysis of recursive algorithm in our first module, and we have also solved many problems using this substitution method. Right. Now the second method, what is that is the way to derive the or solve the recurrence relation or derive the computing time from the recurrence relation is called the master theorem. So the master theorem says, if in our recurrence relation, the recurrence relation is as shown here, t of n is equal to a into t of n by b plus f of n, right? And if f of n in the recurrence relation belongs to big theta of n, n to the power d, not n, big theta of n to the power d, where d is greater than or equal to 0, then based on the value of a, b and d, we can approximate the total computing time of the problem under consideration. So what substitution methods says? So we'll, if the value of, based on the value of d, a and b, if a is less than or equal to b to the power d, and then the total computing time of the problem is approximated to big theta of n to the power d. So this we have to keep in mind. We have to remember these three formulas, three conditions. So if a is less than b to the power d, then the time complexity is equal to big theta of n to the power d. And if a is equal to b to the power d, the second condition, then t of n belongs to big theta of n to the power d log n base log n base 2. So that is the second condition. And if a is greater than b to the power d, that is in our third condition, then the computing time can be approximated big theta of n to the power log a base b. These are the three conditions. So based on the value of a, b and d, d is derived from f of n. If f of n is in the form of n to the power d, so then the total computing time can be defined by the master theorem based on these three conditions. So if a is less than b to the power d, the time complexity of the algorithm entire problem can be approximated to big theta of n to the power d. And if a is b to the power d, a equal to b to the power d, then that is time complexity t of n is equal to big theta of n to the power d into log n base 2. And the third case, if a is greater than b to the power d, then the time complexity is approximated to big theta of n to the power log a base b. Some problems. Just we consider one example here. In this side, the a of n equal to 2 into a of n by 2 plus 1. So instead of t of n here, it is a is replaces the t. So the same meaning. This is analysis of the algorithm. That is, analysis means that is the time complexity of the algorithm. There the t indicates the time computing time. So it is analysis, time computing, time complexity analysis. So we, instead of just replace the value t a with t, and now a of n equal to 2 into a of n by 2 plus 1. So in the recurrence, in this recurrence relation, this recurrence relation indicated by the divide and conquer approach for finding the sum computation problem in a given list of n items. So we have a list of n items, and we want to find the sum of all these elements or items. Then divide and conquer approach, we can use it. We have already solved this problem in our previous classes. So assume that there are 8 items in the list. So divide the list into 2 parts, 4 items each, and find the sum of first 4 items and find the sum of second 4 items. So then add it. That is the answer for the problem under consideration. That is sum of all the elements in a list. So this, the recurrence equation, recurrence relation of this sum computation algorithm is as shown here. If a of n, that a of n equal to 2 into a of n by 2 plus 1, here the value of a is equal to 2, b is equal to 2, and f of n value is equal to 1. The f of n value is equal to 1 means what? F of n is equal to n to the power 0, n to the power 0. N to the power 0 is 1, so d value is equal to 0. So we have the values a is equal to 2, b is equal to 2, and d is equal to 0. So we can approximate the time complexity a of n or t of n is equal to, that is a is greater than b to the power d. The third condition satisfied. A is greater than b to the power d. The third condition satisfied. So that is third condition. According to third condition, that is time complexity t of n or a of n belongs to big theta of n to the power log a base b. N to the power log a base b. So n is value n, a is 2, b is 2. So log 2 base 2 is equal to value is equal to 1. So n to the power 1. The total time complexity, that is equal to big theta of n. This is very clear. The time complexity of some computation algorithm is proportional to the value of n. If n is equal to 100, time complexity required for adding 100 elements, and assume that the n is equal to 1 lakh, so it need more time. That is the value or time complexity proportional to the value of n. So it is linearly. This is what the approximation is. That is the time complexity is proportional to the linearly, that is proportional to the value of n. Linearly proportional to the value of n. That is why it is time complexity is equal to big theta of n. For more number of items, more time computing time is required compared to less number of items in a given list. Now we will see some of the problems using this substitution method as well as master theorem. So first problem what we are going to solve here is t of n equal to 2 into t of n by 2 plus n. So if this is the recurrent relation if n is greater than 1. Now if n is small, that is n is equal to 1, then t of 1, that is t of 1 is equal to 2. That is a constant. So we have the recurrence relation now. T of n is equal to 2 into t of n by 2 plus n. The f of n value is equal to n, and a is equal to 2, b is equal to 2. We are dividing the problem into 2, and we are solving both the sub problem. and the f of n is proportional to the value of n, and if the value of n is equal to 1, then it takes a constant time unit, that is equal to 2. Now apply the substitution method. T of n equal to 2 into T of n by 2 plus n from our recurrence relation. Now we can, using the substitution method, rewrite the value T of n by 2 using above recurrence relation, based on the above recurrence relation. So 2 is outside, 2 into T of n by 2 is replaced by 2 into T of n by 4, because n is now in this case n by 2, plus instead of n it is n by 2, and entire thing is divided by what? That is 2, plus this n is equal to this. This what we can write, 4 into T of n by 4 plus 2n. So this we can write 2 to the power 2 into T of n divided by 2 to the power 2 plus 2n, right? Similarly, T of n by 4 what we can replace by 4 into 4 is outside, 2 into T of n by 8, n by 4 divided by 2 is equal to 8, plus instead of n by n, that is equal to n by 4. So that is equal to 4 into 2 is 8, 8 into T of n by 8 plus 4 multiplied by n by n divided by 4, that is equal to, we will get the n only. So that is why n plus 2n, that is equal to 3n. 8T of n by 8 plus 3n. Now this we can write 2 to the power 3 into T of n divided by 2 to the power 3 plus 3n. So similarly we can substitute the values further and we can obtain 2 to the power 4 into T of n divided by 2 to the power 4 plus 4n. And similarly further substitution we will get 2 to the power 5 into T of n divided by 2 to the power 5 plus 5n. This we can continue, and finally we will reach, we want to solve it completely, because further division is not possible. We are going to divide the value of n, number of the main problem, into subproblem divide by 2 to 2 each, and finally when the value of n is small, that is assume that is equal to 1, no more division is not possible, no more division is possible. So that time we want to stop it, that is n value is equal to 1, that is n value is equal to 1. So we have taken, we assume that that is always the value of n is equal to 2 to the power I, 2 to the power I, for our convenient. So if it is any value you take, n is equal to 2 to the power I, then that is this, if it is true for this, that is then generally we can, this we can apply generally for all the numbers. For all the numbers we can generally apply this method. And now you take, that is equal to, what is 2 to the power I is equal to n. We have already solved this in our previous classes. So assume that is equal to 8, n is equal to 8, that we can represent 2 to the power 3, right? And if n is equal to 16, that we can represent 2 to the power 4, right? And if it is n is equal to 64, that also we can, that is represented by 2 to the power 5. So any number you represent in the 2 to the power some values. So this is when this is true for the substitution method is true for this number, then generally what we can assume that this is true for all the number, all the values. Now in our problem we assume that 2 to the power I is equal to n. So when we reach 2 to the power I, when we continue this substitution method, and 2 to the power I into T of n divided by 2 to the power I, so this plus in. So each, you can see from here, for each substitution the value of n increases. So the first time when T of n is replaced by 2 into T of n by 2 plus n, then second time that is a 2n, third time that is a 3n, next time is 4n, next time 5n. So that is 2 to the power I means that is equal to in. So now replace the value of I with, if n is equal to 2 to the power I, then I is equal to log n base 2, right? So that is I is replaced by log n base 2. So 2 to the power log n base 2 into T of n divided by 2 to the power log n base 2 plus this I is replaced by log n base 2 into n. N is the n, that is in our previous recurrence, solve recurrence relation. Okay, now n into log n base 2 plus 2 to the power log n base 2 into t into n divided by 2 to the power log n base 2. Now 2 to the power log n base 2 is equal to I, this log n base 2 is equal to I, so 2 to the power I is equal to n into t, t of n divided by 2 to the power log n base 2 is equal to 2 to the power I, that is equal to n. So n divided by n, that is equal to 1, t of 1, right? So plus n log n base 2. So this is t of 1. T of 1, the value is equal to what? This is given, that is equal to t of 1 is equal to 2, right? So 2n, n into 2, that is 2n plus n log n base 2. Now you see that in our first module, while studying the asymptotic notation, we have one theorem. If the algorithm contains two parts, two executable part, the total, the computing time of the algorithm is approximated the part which consumes more time, the algorithm part which takes more computing time, that is the time complexity of the entire algorithm or entire problem. So in this case, the n log n is greater than n for large 2n for the large values of n, for the large values of n, not n is equal to 1 or n is equal to 2. For large values of, we are calculating the time complexity for the large values of n. So the time complexity is approximated on the second part, n log n base 2 n for the large values of n. So the time t of n equal to big theta of n log n base 2. So the same problem we can solve with also master theorem now. So the master theorem, if you want to apply the a values to b values to, and we are given that is equal to n, that is f of n is equal to n, that indicates that d value is equal to 1. So in the next slide, you can see that is a is equal to 2, b is equal to 2, f of n is equal to n, and big theta of n to the power 1, that is d is equal to 1. So this is equal to what? A equal to b to the power d. So a equal to b to the power d, because 2 equal to 2 to the power 1, that is, this is our second condition in the master theorem. Second condition in the master theorem says, as per the second case, the master theorem says t of n equal to big theta of n to the power d log n base 2, log n base 2. So d's value is equal to 1 now, n to the power 1 log n base 2. So the same answer we are getting from the previous case also. Previous, using the substitution method, we are getting the same, that is n log n, and in the master theorem also we have the same solution. So we have an algorithm based on the divide and conquer algorithm approach. The whether we are using that is substitution method or we use the master theorem, we will get the same answer. We will get the same answer. The problem is like this: solve by substitution method. So we have given that is a is equal to 1, b is equal to 2, and f of n is equal to c. C is equal to a constant. C is equal to a constant. So instead of giving the direct recurrence relation, we have given that the value of a, b, and f of n. So we have to frame the recurrence relation. So now we see that is how to frame. It is very easy. And t of n is equal to a is 1 into t of n by 2, b is 2, plus c. C is a constant, right? C is a constant. So now this is the recurrence relation. This is the recurrence relation when n is greater than 1, or n is large. Now you solve it. T of n by 2 we can replace with what? T of n by 4 plus c, and it we can write this is equal to, that is t of n by 4 plus 2c. Similarly, what we can write? 2 to the power, this t of n by 4 we can replace t of n by 8 plus c, so it is equal to t of n by 8 plus 3. So this t of n by 8, what we can rewrite into t of n divided by 2 to the power 3 plus 3c. So we can write again, we can further, if you substitute using the substitution method, so we can write t of n divided by 2 to the power 4 equal to 4c. Again, t of n divided by 2 to the power 5 plus 5c, like this. And finally, we can write in generally t of n divided by 2 to the power I plus ic, right? So replace the value of I with log n base 2, because 2 to the power I, we assume that the n is equal to 2 to the power I, so I is equal to log n base 2, that is the maximum value. So to that is we need to reach the, that is we want to stop somewhere. So that is when we divide the problem into, dividing the problem into two each stage, and until we reach the problem size reduced to small, that is go to 1. So further division is not possible to get that value. So t of n divided by 2i plus ic. So n divided by 2 to the power log n. So this is n divided 2i itself is 1. This n. So n divided by n, that is equal to t of 1 plus this I is replaced by log n base 2 plus that is into c. So log n into c, that is c into log n base 2. Now t of 1, assuming t of 1 is equal to k, some constant, some constant. So we have now t of n is equal to c log c into log of n base 2 plus k, right? Log of n base 2 plus k. So c and k are constant. C and k are constant. So no need to approximate. The value won't change. So time complexity is only depends on the value of n input instance. When the value of n increases, time complexity also increases. And wherever that is value increases, the c and k won't changes the value, because it is a constant value. It is a constant value. If n is equal to 100, the c and k values the same value, and if it is n is equal to 1000, the same and c and k values are same. So there is no change, because c and k does not depend on the value of that is equal to n. That is n is an input instance, input instant. So we can approximate the time complexity of the entire problem is equal to big theta of log n base 2 while neglecting the value constants c and k. Now the same problem we can solve with for master theorem. So in this case you see that is a is equal to 1, b is equal to 2, f of n is equal to c. F of n is key means that is equal to f of n equal to c into n to the power 0. So n to the power 0 is 1, right? C into n to the power 0, that is 1, c into 1. So n to the power d is equal to now 1 here. So the d value is 0. So a is 1, b is 2, f of n is equal to c, and that is big theta of 1, because c is a constant. So big theta of n to the power 0. So d is equal to 0. Now what is a equal to b to the power d? A is 1, b is 2, 2 to the power 0, that is 1. So the second case again, this is the second case. The second case what it says, that is t of n is equal to big theta of n to the power d into log n base 2, that is according to the master theorem. So replace the d with that is equal to 0. So n to the power 0 is equal to 1 log n base 2, log n base 2. The same answer, we have the same answer for both substitution method and the master theorem. Here in this case we have given the value of a, b and f of n. So just changing the value of f of n here, we will see how it changed the time complexity, total time complexity. Solve recurrence relation using a is equal to 2, b is equal to 2, and f of n is equal to c into n. Now t of n equal to 2, a replaced by 2 into t of n by 2, b is 2 plus f of n is replaced by cn. It is given, right? So 2 into t of n by 2 plus c into n. That is our recurrence relation if n is greater than 1 or n is large. So this t of n by 2 we can replace with 2 into t of n by 4 plus c into n by 2, because that is for t of n it is equal to 2 into t of n by 2 plus cn. So n is replaced by n by 2, so that is c into n by 2, c into n by 2. So this is equal to 2 to the power 2, 2 to the power 2 t of n by 4, this t of n by 4, and this is c of n divided by 2, c of 2, and this multiply by this, that is 2 into 2, 2 into 2, 2 into cn divided by 2. So 2 cancel and it is cn. So what happened? 4 into t of n by 4 plus 2 cn. From this 1 cn and again from 1 cn from here. So this cn plus cn, and it is 4 into t of n by 4 plus 2 cn, and this we can write 2 to the power 2 into t of n divided by 2 to the power 2 plus 2 cn. and again we t of n by 4 we can replace with the t of n by 8. So that is 4 into 4 is this 4 into 2 into t of n by 8 plus c into n divided by 4, because that is the same formula, because that you are changing the value n to n by 4 here now. So when we multiply, 4 into 2 is 8, t of n by 4 plus this 4 and 4 cancel, then cn again. So this cn is added to 2 cn, that is we will get the 3 cn. So this we can write 2 to the power 3 into t of n divided by 2 to the power 3 plus 3 cn, right? So this 2 to the power 3 into t of n divided by 2 to the power 3 plus 3 cn. So similarly we can write 2 to the power 4 into t of n divided by 2 to the power 4 plus 4 cn. So we again substitute further 2 to the power 5 into t of n divided by 2 to the power 5 plus 5 cn. So when we substitute the value with I more generally, 2 to the power I, so instead of 2 to the power 5, 2 to the power 6, then finally we reach that 2 to the power I in general, 2 to the power I into t of n divided by 2 to the power I plus ICN. So here you see that is equal to C is a constant and n is that is input instance. I is equal to, what is the value of I? I is log n base 2, because 2 to the power I is equal to n. 2 to the power I is equal to n. Now replace I with log n base 2. So this is 2 to the power I is equal to n itself, and t of n divided by 2 to the power I is equal to n itself. So t of 1 will get n divided by n, that is equal to 1. So n into t of 1 plus replace I with log n base 2, and c is here and n is here. So what we will get? N into t of 1 plus c into n log n base 2. Here we are assuming t of 1 is equal to some k, some constant. So the time complexity t of n equal to c into log of n base 2 plus k into n. Here c and k are constant. In this case also, this algorithm containing two parts, n log n base 2 plus n. So for the large values of n, the algorithm is depends on the first part, that is n log n base 2. So we can neglect the second part, that is equal to n. So this second part is the linear, and here it is a linear into logarithm, that is so log n base 2, right? So this value is n into log n base 2 is larger when we consider that is equal to n. For larger values of n, the total time complexity of the problem is approximated into big theta of n log n base 2, n log n base 2. Now we apply the Marshall theorem. So we have the a is equal to 2, b is equal to 2, and f of n is c into n. So what is the value of n to the power d? N to the power d is n to the power f of n. C is a constant. In terms of the input instance n, so n to the power 1. So d is equal to 1 here. D is equal to 1 here. So in the next slide, using Marshall theorem, we have a is equal to 2, b is equal to 2, f of n is equal to c of n, that is big theta of n. So big theta of n to the power 1, so d is equal to 1, right? So in this case, a equal to b to the power d. So that is our second case. 2 equal to 2 to the power 1. That is our second case of Marshall theorem, right? So that is what second case of Marshall theorem says. D of n equal to big theta of n to the power d into log n base b. No, log n base 2, not log n base b, log n base 2. So d is 1, so n to the power 1 into log n base 2. So the same answer, we have the same answer in the substitution method, and here also Marshall theorem also gives the same answer. So we have derived the solution for the given problem. Now we have one more problem here. Just you see here, t of n is equal to 2 into t of n by 2 plus 1. So these problems are very important for the point of examination. You can find lot of problem in various question paper. So once you understood and solve, then only you can solve the problem in the examination. If you just read, you will not understand anything. You have to write and study. You have to write and study. Apply both substitution method and master theorem. Dear students, we will see one more problem here and then we will stop. So T of n equal to 2 into T of n by 2 plus 1. This is the given recurrence relation. Recurrence relation. So here the value of A is equal to B is equal to 2 and f of n is equal to 1. F of n is 1 and D is sure that is equal to 0 because n to the power 0 that is equal to 1. F of n is 1. So that is you apply the substitution method. The first method T of n equal to 2 into T2 into that is T of n by 2 is replaced by 2 T in T of n by 4 plus 1 and this one is that is from the previous stage, right? Now multiply by 2 into 2 that is 4 T of n by 4 plus 2 into 1 that is 2 and this one is from here, so 2 plus 1. So this we can write 2 to the power 2 plus T of n divided by 2 to the power 2 plus 2 to the power 1 plus 1. 2 to the power 1 is that 2 to the power 0. So again the same thing we can further substitution we can get it. So this 4 into that is entire this T of n by 4 we can substitute, make the substitution for T of n by 4. So that is we can write 2 into T of n by 8 plus 1 and entire thing is multiplied by 4 and 2 plus 1 from the previous steps. So 4 into 2 is 8 T of n by 8 plus this 4 into 4 is 4 plus 2 plus 1. So what you understood from this? So this we can write in generally we can write 2 to the power 3 8 we can write 2 to the power 3 into T of n divided by 2 to the power 3 plus 2 to the power 2 plus 2 to the power 1 plus 2 to the power 0. And if you write 2 to the power 4, if you further substitution, we will get 2 to the power 4 into T of n divided by 2 to the power 4 plus 2 to the power 3 plus 2 to the power 2 plus 2 to the power 1 plus 2 to the power 0. And in generally what we can write 2 to the power I into T of n divided by 2 to the power I plus 2 to the power I minus 1 plus 2 to the power I minus 2 plus 2 to the power I minus 3 plus 2 to the power 1 plus 2 to the power 0. From our this now you consider as the second part from the within the parenthesis. Now you see 2 to the power I minus 1 plus 2 to the power I minus 2 plus 2 to the power I minus 3 plus that is etc. to 2 plus 1. This is there is a mathematical formula for this. So this we can approximate. This value we can approximate 2 to the power I minus 2 to the power I minus 1. That is indicated by the next line 2 to the power I. The entire value we can replace by 2 to the power I minus 1 because we are started with 2 to the power I minus 1. And this is entire thing is replaced by 2 to the power I all minus 1. Now in the left part 2 to the power I is equal to what? N, right? So T of n divided by 2 to the power I is n. So T of n divided by n that is equal to T of 1. So n into T of 1 and 2 to the power I we no need to replace it. 2 to the power I we can keep it here or 2 to the power log n base 2 minus 1. So 2 to the power log n base 2 equal to 2 to the power I equal to n. So what is here? Assume that T of 1 is equal to T of 1 is equal to 1. So n plus T of I or T to the power n by n 2 to the power log n base 2 equal to n. So n plus n and this minus 1. So what is the value of that? 2n minus 1. So 2 is a constant. So we can finally we can write the time complexity of this divide and conquer approach problem equal to that is T of n belongs to big theta of n. That is it is linearly that is approximated to the value of n linearly. So it is linear. So the same problem we can solve with help of master theorem. So the master theorem you will see that is the value of a is equal to 2, b is equal to 2 and that is d is equal to 0, right? That is the f of n is equal to 1 n to the power 0. So using master theorem that is a is greater than b to the power d. That is in the third case case is applied here. Third case is applied here. A is greater than b to the power d because 2 is greater than 2 to the power 0. So according to the third case of master theorem, big T of n is equal to is approximated to big theta of n to the power log a base b, log a base b, n to the power log, n to the power log a base b. So a and b are, the values are 2 and 2 each. So then what, n to the power log 2 base 2, so this value is equal to log 2 base 2 is equal to 1. So the entire value is equal to big theta of n. So the time complexity of divide and conquer approach for this recurrence relation is equal to big theta of n. That is same as the previous method, that is substitution. Dear students, here one more problem. This problem we consider as assignment problem. I have already solved this problem here. So again you just go through these steps, and if you have any doubt you can clarify using the in our discussion time. And this is the end of the first section, and we will come with shortly with the second section within after few minutes. Thank you.